Here at Swiss Watch Expo, we have over 3,000 watches in stock. We're bound to have some twinsies. Stick around and see what we've got today. Welcome back to Swiss Watch Expo. This is Angel, and if you've ever watched any of my videos, typically we will look at my 3 top picks in a certain category. But today we are looking at twinsies. So we're going down to 2, but we have 2 amazing watches for you today. We'll have the Omega Aqua Terra, Seamaster of course, and then this beautiful Datejust 41. So let's jump right into both of them. So the biggest thing that makes these twinsies are the steel and rose gold with that smooth bezel. So I'll start with the Omega. So the Omega Aqua Terra, it's always been one of my favorites. I feel like it has such a clean aesthetic to it. This has the mother of pearl diamond dial coming in at 38.5 millimeters. So slightly smaller than the Datejust 41, but still a very substantial and weighty piece. It looks amazing on the wrist. You'll have the 18 karat rose gold. They call it red gold. I'm not sure if they had transitioned to officially calling this the Sedna gold from Omega, but you will have the coaxial escapement. So if you are a watch lover, you know exactly what that means. You know how that really affects the mechanics of the watch. You'll have 4 jewels on the Swiss lever rather than the traditional 3. So that typically will help with accuracy, servicing intervals, things of that nature. So I love the choice of mother of pearl that they used on the dial, and the way they set the diamonds, they are like a bezel setting. So you do really get to appreciate the round brilliance. Of course, they are VVS diamonds. So VVS is going to be very, very slightly included right under internally flawless. So you are going to have the most beautiful brilliance on these stones. Another thing I really love about the Aqua Terra here is that exhibition case back showcasing the Côte de Genève on the rotor there, and a really smooth hidden clasp. So that's another thing that kind of sets the 2 watches apart from each other, are the type of clasping mechanisms on the back. You'll have more of a hidden clasp on the Omega Aqua Terra versus the standard oyster lock clasp on your Datejust 41. Now, another thing I really love about the Omega, of course, are the hands. I think that they really add a nice pop to the dial in addition to everything that you see there. So let's jump into the Datejust 41. Also a mother of pearl diamond dial. Typically with Rolex, you'll notice in some of the more recent models that the way the setting is, it has more of a cushion shaped setting, but it is in fact a round brilliant inside of the setting there. So same type of diamonds on the dial, just a different type of setting. This is going to be what you would call the rollesor. So whenever you combine the steel with another precious metal in the gold, whether it's white gold, rose gold, yellow gold, you'll have that rollesor name from Rolex. This is a 6-digit reference, so it's going to have the updated 32-35 movement, which gives you a longer power reserve than you would have on the Aqua Terra. You'll have a 70-hour here. I mean, still a very nice power reserve on the Omega. It's a 60-hour power reserve. But this, you'll have the premium as far as how long you could take this watch off without wearing it and not have to worry about winding it or anything like that. It also is COSC certified, so meaning that it has been tested for accuracy. This is a +2, -2 accuracy, and essentially this watch is always going to be on time. So a great movement with this Rolex. And I like this as well because typically when you see the Datejust 41s, a lot of people like to go for the fluted bezel, but I think this smooth bezel on this watch in particular looks amazing. You'll have the engraved rehaut on this as well. You don't see the exhibition case backs on the Rolex, so just a bit of advice. Typically, if you are looking out there in the pre-owned market, if you see a Rolex like that with an exhibition case back, you want to run the other way unless it's a 1908 or something like that. So an absolutely gorgeous watch. You will have the easy link clasp on the inside. So essentially you can adjust the clasp by 5 millimeters so that if it's a little warm out or if you need to make your watch a little tighter, you can do that easy with no tools. So two great twinsies. There were a few others that kind of fell within the categories of look-alikes. So these, I guess you would consider them fraternal twins. They have their own look, but very similar to each other. Let us know which one is your favorite down in the comments. And thanks for sticking around, and we'll see you next week on the next video.